Hi, my name is Justin Young, and I believe that excellence honors God and it inspires people. And so many people in life have settled for a life of mediocrity, for less than. They have dreams, they have goals and visions, but it seems too daunting. We live in a society where perfection is blasted left and right, and we don't even try. It seems like it's too much, it's too hard. The journey would be too difficult. But with excellence, when you begin to operate and you do the very best with what you've been given, it begins to draw key relationships and key people to your life to help you accomplish and begin to persist in your purpose and walk and function in your destiny and God-given ability. I want to tell you a story about when I was a child growing up, and we lived right next to a farm, and there was a horse that actually bordered our property. His name was Vandal, and Vandal was he was a horse that came from a very famous bloodline called the Three Bars, a quarter horse. A beautiful horse. It was bay in color. That had the perfect white diamond star, 4 white stockings on his feet. Looked like something right out of a classic Western movie. I would come home every day, pet Vandal. He'd hold his head over the fence. I'd hug on him. We'd give him a carrot or an apple. And I wanted a horse so bad. I'd watch my sister pray for a battery-powered Barbie car every night when we went to bed. My parents were there listening to that prayer, and God seemed to work miracles, and that happened pretty quick. So I figured if I prayed for a horse, then that would work. So for over a year, desired a horse. We literally would get on our knees and pray for a horse every night. So, my dad was going to make that happen. And so not having a lot of money, but having a work ethic and believing that it wouldn't just fall in our lap. So we got up one Saturday morning. He said, we're going to the hardware store. We could only afford a few posts, but we came back home, handheld hole diggers, and we put down 4 or 5 posts, dumped some sackcrete in it. That was all we could do that day. Every Saturday we began to go. We'd buy what we could afford, do what we could do. And before long, people began to notice. Neighbors would drive by and stop and want to help. Then somebody would come and say, I've got an auger on the back of a tractor that'll make that easier for you. Then somebody came and said, I've got some windows for whenever you get ready to build a barn. And someone else said, we'll donate some concrete. Saturdays at my house became 10 or 12 people all coming together to help this family fulfill their destiny, because people are inspired when you do the very best with what you've been given. And so many people in life, they want the great promise. They want the great thing to just fall in their lap and happen. And we want a horse, but we've never built a barn or a pen, and we've got nowhere to hold it or sustain it. And in life, whenever we begin to do the best and we create a place and we create preparation, then that's when the blessing oftentimes will come. And so before we knew it, it didn't happen overnight, but it seemed very quick. As a young child, we had a full barn, a nice area to place a horse. No money to buy a horse, but we had all the functionality, everything we needed to sustain that. And so a miraculous thing happened. The very horse that I had went and pet and loved on and fed every day that I thought was unattainable, the dream that I had been in my reach and in my grasp the whole time. And I came home from school one day. My parents said, you need to go out to the barn and look at what's out there. I got very excited, not knowing what I'd find, but assuming hopefully there would be a horse out there. Turned the corner, run down the alley of that barn, and there stands Vandal. The very horse, the very one that I'd wanted for a year, the very one I'd petted that wasn't for sale. And what I want to tell you is that dream, that goal, that vision, whatever it is for your life, is absolutely in your reach. It's not too far. It hadn't left you. If you'll just believe and you'll prepare to win and expect to win, then that excellence, operating in that excellence, will bring those resources, those key relationships that begins to attract other successful people that will help you absolutely begin to walk in your destiny and live a life of excellence.